होता है.
Yeah, I had to change my T-shirt because I couldn't have told you both were wearing yellow.
Not an issue, not an issue. It's an honor. So as I said, sir, in the first only, I want to say this thing. I don't feel like I'm talking with someone so senior. Moreover, I feel like one of my somebody around the age of 30. I don't know what to say. Like, but thank you so much for keeping this vibe with youth.
I'm not senior. In fact, I never considered my senior. I somehow dislike this, calling senior or a boss or anything. I've always been friends with my colleagues, my jawans. With the downmost guy, I was always friendly, candid and frank. So I never felt I was senior.
Definitely, sir. So the first thing that I want to ask you, because this is an opportunity for me to talk to one of the senior most army men. So whatever actions or operations we have seen, mostly in movies and so-called web series and stuff like that. You have seen operations in reality. So, how is the environment or what goes in mind when there is too much of firing, shelling, crossfires, just सब चीज चलता है वो how is the environment and what goes in the mind that time?
Actually, it is absolutely different than what you see in movies. Absolutely different. जब AK-47 का फायर शुरू होता है ना, पट 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 करके गोलियां चलनी शुरू होती हैं, that is the sweetest sound here because लगता है कांटेक्ट हो गया है. So you for days you अब जंगल की खाद झांकते हो या पहाड़ों पे चढ़ते हो, you search for militants or terrorists and all, and finally a day comes when there is a contact and there is firing. So that sound you hear, but initially you don't know it is your AK-47 or the enemy's AK-47. There's total confusion. Sometimes you have so your job as a team leader at that time is to just get to know as quickly as possible kya hua, where has the fire come from, and try and organize your people. So initially there is a chaos, but वो उस time पे आपको you have to keep your wits about you, because minor decision or minor mistake by you as a leader or somebody can turn the tables in no time. Instead of you getting a couple of terrorists or militants, you could lose that many soldiers. And I've seen some very, very close combat in Punjab, in Patti, Taran Taran, Harike, this belt in 91, and then in South Kashmir many times when we were very, very close with these guys. So initially you just don't know. Sometimes they're well planned operation also. We have कि उस घर में हैं, वहां पे छुपे हुए हैं या रात को रुके हुए हैं, go. Then we do a proper operation. We coordinate. We we plan where will be the machine gun, where will be the other guys, and how we will assault it. And those are minor tactics. So you can do that. But many a times it just happens, and there is total chaos for some time. लेकिन बाद में it takes some time because of training and faith in each other. You understand body language and orders. Then you bring that chaos to order and then carry out. It's different.
Exactly. There's one thing I always wanted to ask an army man is that when we sit idle in a home, in our spare time, we come up with a lot of bad thoughts. Like, especially I will talk about myself. Like, if I, by any mistake, if I slip in my afternoon, after lunch, so after when I wake up, I feel like I come up with very bad thoughts. So as you are retired right now, and also, moreover, when you sit idle, does that thoughts come to your mind? Like, we have seen dead bodies lying down, things going out of the hand, also tough situation. So, वो सब चीजें कभी तकलीफ देता है आपको as a person?
हाँ, पहले देता था. धीरे धीरे ना वक्त के साथ ये चीजें भी चेंज हो जाती हैं. बट मुझे याद है जब मैं वापस आया कश्मीर से, एंड मैं यहाँ से गया था ढाका, बांग्लादेश, 1 साल के लिए, एक कमांड एंड स्टाफ कोर्स के लिए, इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए. तो मुझे 1-2 साल लगा. वो छोटी सी भी आवाज होती थी, कोई जैसे टायर फट गया या इस टाइप की, या कोई चीज गिर गई, तो मुझे लगता था फायर खुल गया. एंड एक्चुअली में जो मतलब बहुत ही फेमस मिलिटेंट्स होते थे, उनके नाम दिलो दिमाग में चलते थे कि यार उसको हम कैसे पकड़ेंगे, वहां जाएंगे, मतलब पिक्चर की तरह ना वो बहुत चलता था। लेकिन अब क्या हो गया, धीरे धीरे क्या है, वो यादें थोड़ी पुरानी हो गई हैं, उसके बहुत सी और चीजें हो गई हैं जिंदगी के अंदर। लेकिन अब मेरे माइंड में चलता है कि यार मैं कल यूथ को क्या बताऊंगा, what should I cover in what manner, and what article I must write, because I'm a strategic thinker. So I write today also. I've written on Hamas and Israel latest. Few days back I wrote on problem in this in Ladakh. I've been writing on it. I wrote on Pakistan. I've been writing very regularly the situation in Pakistan and all. So मेरा mind या तो उधर चलता होता है कि यार उस पर मुझे ये क्यों हो रहा है, इसका मुझे क्या लिखना चाहिए, या फिर अगर बातचीत करनी है या टू do a video and all, तो उस पे चलता रहता है what should be the message that I must give.
Yeah. As you said the name of Pakistan and Bangladesh, I want to say you stayed 1 year in Pakistan and also you did a
no 1 year in Bangladesh. I stayed 1 year in Bangladesh, but
yeah,
with
1
Pakistan,
year in,
yeah.
Okay, so 1 year in Bangladesh. So there's two things I want to ask you that हम लोग पाकिस्तान के नाम सोचते ही दिमाग में बहुत सारे चीजें चलता रहता है. How was your experience there? And second, if you can share your 2-mile run in Dhaka. These two things I'm very curious about.
अच्छा, पहले तो आई विल शेयर माई एक्सपीरियंस. ऐसा पाकिस्तानीज के साथ मेरा पहला एक्सपीरियंस था एक्चुअली लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल पे, व्हेन आई वाज इन पुंछ एज अ यंग ऑफिसर. बट तब फायरिंग करते रहते थे, कोई वन ऑन वन इंटरेक्शन नहीं होता था. इट वाज जस्ट यू सी देम, यू फायर ऑन देम, व्हेन दे सी यू, यू फायर ऑन यू. दैट वाज द हॉस्टाइल पार्ट. Then when I went on a mission abroad, I was able to interact with Pakistani officers. But Dhaka was different because we were with our families and children. It was 1 year in Mirpur, which is outskirts, beautiful cantonment, outskirts of Dhaka. And we were living in the same complex and attending classes together, attending social events together, lunch, dinner, birthdays, celebrating Pakistan Independence Day, India Independence Day, each other's, Republic Days. And we were speaking about our country. So शुरू में first day when you meet them in Pakistan uniform लिखाया हुआ यहाँ, you coming out, it takes something. And wife और बच्चे भी साथ में, वो भी देख रहे हैं पाकिस्तान के हैं, तो आइस ब्रेकिंग में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. बट खूबसूरती क्या है, हमारी भाषा की है, जबान. वी ऑल स्पीक हिंदुस्तानी. तो थोड़ा सा वो रहता है. मैं थोड़ा सीनियर था और मुझे कोई, आई कैरी नो इल विल अगेंस्ट एनीवन. ये मैंने ना जहर बहुत साल पहले निकाला अपने दिलो दिमाग से. सो आई ओपन अप टू देम. आई फाउंड कैब्स. आई वाज सीनियर टू देम इन सर्विस. सो कर्टसी के तौर पे उनसे हाथ मिलाना, बातचीत करना, ये वो. एंड वेरी फ्रैंकली फिर कुछ दिन के बाद थोड़ा होता है, हॉट बैड ब्लड होता है जब कोई इंडिया के ऊपर डिस्कशन हो रहा है, जहां 200-300 ऑफिसर्स बैठे हैं, कोई बता रहा है इंडिया ऐसे, इंडिया ऐसे, इंडिया ऐसे है. सो यू फील वेरी रेस्ड कि यार हमारे देश के बारे में लोगों के मन में इतनी ऐसी ऐसी भावनाएं हैं, ऐसी ऐसी बातें चल रही हैं. सो दैट टाइम यू डू गेट अप एंड समटाइम्स यू जस्ट take the floor and you counter their view. But otherwise we maintain very good social equation between the families, between the children, and maintain a dignity which comes with being an officer of Indian Army. The dignity, being a gentleman, you're representing your country and your army, so you can't do any कोई ओछी हरकत नहीं कर सकते आप. So that was one, but हो गया. Then you asked me about this 2-mile run in Dhaka. I wrote this some time back. ये क्या हुआ कि वहां पे एक साल में एक बार हर जगह एक BPET एक रन होता है, बैटल प्रोफिशिएंसी एफिशिएंसी टेस्ट. ये सारी आर्मीज में होता है. यू रन 2 mile, which is 3.2 kilometers with your bag and full boots and all that. And it has excellent, good, satisfactory time. Then you climb a rope. Then you do, there are 5 or 6 tests which to test your physical fitness. तो ये वहां पे ढाका में उन्होंने बोला कि यार ये टेस्ट होगा 2-3 दिन के बाद, वो स्टार्ट पॉइंट है. एंड उन्होंने लिखा जो फॉरेन ऑफिसर्स हैं उनके लिए वॉलंटियर है. सो आई वाज अ फॉरेन ऑफिसर देयर, सो नोबडी गोज. बट मेरे को ऐसे ही माइंड में आया, आई टोल्ड माय वाइफ यार मैंने जाके दौड़ना है. तो शी से यार तू पागल है, क्या करेगा दौड़ के, यू रन इनफ इन इंडिया, यहाँ इंटरनेशनल सो जा भी। मैं कहा नहीं यार मैंने जाना है। सो आई जस्ट पुट ऑन माई combat dress and everything, and I reached the spot and they were surprised, यार ये this guy from India, why has he come? Nobody else was there, no other foreign officers, only Bangladeshi officers from Army, Navy and Air Force were there. So I said नहीं, I just want to jog along, मैं भी देख लेता हूँ ये वो, and they were much junior to me, 7 to 8 years gap or 10 years gap between me and them. I was a lieutenant colonel. So they said okay, go. When the run started, I somehow had this right from my school days and my unit days कि जब भी दौड़ना है ना, शुरू से ही I want to be ahead. I can't catch up later. So I just ran like anything. And midway I realized I didn't. मैंने पीछे देखा कोई है ही नहीं. मैंने कहा यार I am तो leading. I couldn't believe it. So फिर मैंने पूरा जोर लगाया. मतलब it's very difficult to run 3.2 coming from Kashmir. I hadn't run for many years. Because वॉक तो बहुत करते हो आप, बट वैली में पहाड़ चढ़ रहे हो, बट टिपिकल रनिंग रिक्वायर्स डिफरेंट. देन आई रैन फॉर and I came first in the college, and everybody was shocked. I was a lieutenant colonel and there were captains and majors of Bangladesh Army, Navy, Air Force. वो सब पीछे थे and बाकी कोई आया ही नहीं फॉरनर्स. तो एनीवे बहुत खबर फैल गई कि यार इंडिया का कर्नल इज वेरी फिट एंड इसने ये किया वो किया. मैं घर में आया तो मैंने वाइफ को बताया, यार ये तो मजा आ गया, आई केम फर्स्ट इन द एंटायर कॉलेज, डैम गुड यार. तो ये खबर दिस न्यूज स्प्रेड टू वेरी फास्ट लाइक वाइल्ड फायर एंड रीच द पाकिस्तान हाई कमीशन एंड उन्होंने दे कॉल्ड अप देयर ऑफिसर्स कि व्हाट हैव यू डन, व्हाई डिडंट यू गो, हाउ कैन एन इंडियन really come first here and this that. So then when I met them around 11 o'clock in the class, they all came, they said what have you done, why have you done this, so I said, yeah, this was just my way of, just checking my fitness. I didn't mean anything. So they said, sir, please, we are, Punjabi. They used to speak in Punjabi with me whenever they didn't want the local officers to hear. So they said, sir, सुनना नहीं चाहिए, आप मेरे से पंजाबी में हम बताएंगे आपको कि you should run this. We will touch your feet, sir. We will touch anything, but please don't do this again. हमारी बहुत बेइज्जती होती है इससे. So it was kind of breaking barriers and establishing, bit of ठीक है camaraderie तो है, but bit of the true colors of Indian Army and what Indian Army produces.
Definitely, and I think that's the thing we all are proud of, you people, especially being an Indian. But sir, you have been posted to a lot of places, different places due to your job. What are the strategies basically goes in your mind when you are working in some operations that happens in valleys, in mountains, in normal places? So what your first of all homework you need to do, like when you need to go to that places zone wise?
See, it's very different. We move very fast. See, being an infantry officer, we would move every 1.5 to 2 years. And imagine from Poonch Rajouri, line of control we landed in Punjab. From fighting a battle with Pakistan day in and day out on the line of control firing, we were in Punjab fighting insurgency in the absolutely rural insurgency, rural and semi-rural or semi-urban insurgency. वहां से we moved to deserts, on tanks and infantry combat vehicles and doing desert warfare. Then back to high altitude, go to 14,000, 16,000 feet in Ladakh and go on the Chinese border. So it takes some time. It takes about a month and a half. There is some training program, and then you undergo certain training and some study and reading and some practice and all. There you get time, but it happens very fast. So that is why Army teaches you adaptability. It teaches you great adaptability. In fact, we are most adaptive leaders. We can adapt in no time to the changing circumstances. So that's what happens. You just adapt to the new circumstances.
Definitely, like that's obviously that you all get in your blood also during the training, I think. So being one of the senior most officials, there are a lot of times came like you need to take the final call, especially any hardcore operations or anything, any crucial time, I must say. You were the person who took the final call. Correct to this, we all youth are going through a phase, due to this pandemic and stuff. We also need to take a lot of decisions in our life, but we don't know what gonna be the repercussions or things gonna happen. Be any calculative, like we can calculate a situations, but we exactly don't know what gonna be the repercussions. So I want you to share any of your story. You took the final call. If you are you worried about those repercussions, or you were like, let's go with the flow? How was your style on that?
See, my personal style, I'm a big risk taker.
Uh,
I somehow never bother too much, into the circumstances. Too much of analysis brings paralysis, too much of thinking, too much of brooding over an issue. So
yeah.
I believe in that, gut feeling, a tremendous believer of gut feeling, a tremendous believer of blink. You take a decision quickly, in quick seconds. That's what adaptability is all about.
Yeah.
So I have not thought too much about what will happen if this fails. So right from organizing presentations at the right on the top, doing studies, and then fighting very very close insurgency in Kashmir, and this there were numerous occasions when it was my call, no one else. I never even asked my bosses, should I do this? Because the moment I ask, I always believe this as a leader. The moment you ask, you have given the decision to him. If he says, no, yeah, don't do it, then. So I'll tell you a very interesting, very, very interesting thing. Maybe someday I'll share pictures also and write on it and do a show on it. There was this, I was very close to Kashmiris, personally. So that brought them together, and a lot of people were wanting to meet me and share information.
Yeah.
Out of love and affection, out of regard. So I met this wonderful young boy. I developed a liking for him, and he
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you. Please continue.
in this particular place there is a camp of Lashkar-e-Toiba, but it is a height and nobody has gone there for many years, and it is a 4 to 5 hours, and generally they use mules to reach there, and I've been there some time back, but it is there. Now I had to take a call. Should I take all these boys? It was about 60-70 kilometers from my location, so I had to move by road undetected, then walk 4 to 5 kilometers up in mountains in snow. This was January, heavy snow. And we are not trained at that time to fight warfare in high altitude. We were in South Kashmir fighting insurgency. So I thought for some time. I said, see, if I delay this and if I go into seeking permissions and all kind of things, then I might miss the opportunity. So we launched this fantastic operation with some tough boys. I selected some really tough guys who could keep pace with me, or I could keep pace with them. And we launched this operation full night. We traveled. Next day morning we traveled, and those days we didn't have technology was not available. This much what today you have GPSs and satellite, and so many things are available today. Air pictures in no time. UAVs you can fly. No, nothing was available. So we did this operation, and though unluckily we couldn't catch the militants because they had some inclination or something, nobody was there, but we busted this camp, a big camp we busted, and the kind of stuff we got there, it was headline news next day in many newspapers. Indian Army busts Lashkar-e-Toiba camp in Pir Panjal ranges. So then everybody, this is damn good, how do you think? So I have always believed, everybody rides on a winner. If you're a winner, people will say, very good. If you fail, even after permission and even after all analysis and planning, you fail, they say, too bad, you're not a good guy.
But sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you in between. Whatever we do good in life, there